Hello and welcome to video 100 on this channel of Zekeism, and as it's number 100, I thought let's do away with the facelessness. This is me, I'm Zeke. Hello, how are you? Hello world. You can see why I didn't put myself on camera up till now. So episode video 100 on the channel, and what a video to do. Episode 8, the series finale of Daredevil Born Again. You have to forgive me, I'm not used to looking at a camera and talking directly to it, so apologies if I keep looking down at the three of me I'm seeing in front of me on the screens. Daredevil Born Again Season 2. I've really enjoyed this season. I can address some of the criticisms I've seen in the season and sort of give you my takes, but I think I've been pretty balanced throughout. Anyone who's seen my 1 to 6 episode reviews that have been on the channel as well, I think there was 5 videos in there because 3 and 4 were bunched. Was it 2 or 3? 2 and 3 were bunched up. I've been pretty fair on the show. I really like it. It's not perfect, then again nothing is, but I've really enjoyed it as a Daredevil fan, and I am a fan of yore. I was there in 2015 when the first Netflix episodes dropped. Being a Daredevil, look, I'm wearing the t-shirt. You can see it there. I'm a fully fledged shill for Daredevil. So cards on the table. You're going to see me waxing lyrical about the show. So if it's not for you, I'll see you later. I really enjoyed this season. Like I said, it's not perfect. There's elements of it I'm not a huge fan of, but overall, I think it's been a really good season. Certainly better than the first season of Born Again. Possibly not as high as season 3 of the Netflix version of the show. Loved it. So it doesn't hit that high bar, but I think it's really good. And this finale in particular really solidified that for me, because actually the weakest episode I thought of the season was episode 1. Episode 1 was very measured, was very calm. I know they were introducing what's going to happen on the season, but if you watch the finale of the last shot of season 1, you're gearing up waiting for season 2, and obviously it does open up with a boat sinking, but it is sort of like it's like a return to form. It's like a calming episode, and then I think week to week the episodes got better and better, with the exception of 7 perhaps, which was a little dip, because 6 was really good. Dip for 7, honestly skyrocket for number 8. I felt the finale was really great. I'm not going to do what I've done in previous videos, which is go through the plot so much, just point out the key moments that really enjoyed. I mean, look, number 1, Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio, Kingpin and Daredevil, they're so good. Every second that they're on screen together is the best part of that episode, and this is the finale where you see so much of them on screen together. Probably why it's the best episode, to be perfectly honest. But no, I think the action in it and the story coalesce from all the season. They do all the plot strands they do get reasoned out. There's no loose ends that I can think of. I think they do tie up all the loose ends. Even the Daniel storyline to a certain extent with BB, not my favourite storyline in the show, but it got resolved. BB's now working for the paper. Anyway, the action is superb in it. The fight choreographies, I mean, Kingpin losing his mind, which we thought would happen after Vanessa died. Actually, they paced it and waited. Lost his shit with Matt on episode 6, but here's where he absolutely has lost everything. He's got nothing left to lose, and we see full Kingpin beast mode in action, where he just goes nuts on the protesters who he encouraged, to come to the city hall to riot on his behalf. Actually, they're all there on Daredevil's behalf, which is one of those touchstone moments where I thought, was the mask necessary? It's a little bit, dare I say it, cringe. Maybe if you'd have shot that slightly differently, and it'd be a bit, dare I say, they were probably going for the Dark Knight Rises when Batman's got the police officers behind him. I don't think the execution was that great. That brings me on to one of the disappointments of this season. I was expecting the directors from Series 1 who directed the first episode, and I think one other episode, to really direct the majority of the season, but actually they directed very few. They were just executive producers for most of it. But I thought they were really great in season 1, and I would have liked to see more of their style. Not that the season didn't have style, but I would have liked to see more of that. But I thought, like I said, this episode coalesced with Matt Murdock in prison. Now, we can all speculate where that's going to lead, potentially. We've got Kingpin stranded on an island. Well, stranded. He's absconded. He's renounced his US citizenship, I would imagine, because that was part of the deal. And he's on the island, him and Vanessa's island, but he's not with Vanessa for obvious reasons. And so it is his version of punishment. I know people have complained about him being allowed to walk scot-free after committing so many crimes in the public eye. I think there's a story there which is very real. Let's be honest, the rich elite do get to walk away. I'm sure there's a statement in there, and I suppose that leads me on to the politics of it all. Is one of the disagreements with the series, which has been the real world parallels and how politics infused. Look, cards on the table, I'm not a big fan of politics being in my entertainment, certainly not in my entertainment. You know, there is a time and a place for politically infused or relatable real world parallels to dramas and TV productions and films and so forth. Usually they were, back in the day, reserved for Oscar bait films. Nowadays they seem to be a dime a dozen in everything. Very culturally relevant and socially relevant topics that are explored in these shows. As much as I'm not a big fan of it, I appreciate the story they're telling fits with the themes that they were exploring in season 1, which did happen before the current president was elected, but maybe they did see that coming and thought they were inspired by it. I don't know. So I'm sort of with the critics there, which is like, we could really do without this. However, I think they did tell a good story. They did shed some light, I guess, to a certain extent on if that was to happen in real life. And again, I'm not saying anything disparaging. They've related it to the world of Daredevil and the world of the MCU and what would happen in that scenario. It's resolved, so season 3 is going to be a fresh start to a certain extent. There's not too many ramifications apart from the future of Matt Murdock, which I will be honest, might be resolved sooner than next year. But you know, we've all seen the rumors. He may well appear on the big screen in the next couple of months, but we'll hold fire with that because I'm hopeful more than expectant. Anyway,
Rebirth.
So that's it. I think the another criticism that was in there is the side characters. Is there too many? Is there too few Matt Murdock? Is there too few Kingpin? Yes, there's never enough Matt Murdock and there's never enough Kingpin. Another one I'll add to that is Bullseye. I think Wilson Bethel's Bullseye is a really great, cool, interesting character. I mean, the diner scene alone in episode 4 was so damn good. I wanted more of Bullseye, and I got little morsels every other episode, whereas I wanted more Bullseye. I could do with a Bullseye one shot, by the way. I know we're getting the Punisher this week coming, which is awesome, but I could do with a Bullseye one shot. Who's with me on that? If anyone did see and hasn't seen Daredevil season 3, the old one from Netflix, I would recommend it because it's a really great season. It is a Bullseye season. It's like the origin of Bullseye, from Benjamin Poindexter to Bullseye at the end of that season. It explains why he goes some way to explain his actions in Born Again to some extent, but he's not fully unhinged Bullseye just yet. He is slightly there, and we end the season with him going off to do various military contracts, I guess, off I was going to say Elseworld, but in another part of the world, for Mr. Charles, replacing the returning Luke Cage. So there you go, there's another Defender that's returned. I think season 3, the possibility of season 3, well, we know they're filming season 3, but the season 3, I'd be very surprised if they didn't explore Mayor Luke Cage. I know Sheila is going to appear in Born Again, giving the key to Peter Parker. I think Luke Cage may run for mayor, potentially, because that's in the comics. I've got a copy down there. So it'd be interesting to see if they do explore that, because I think that's one direction they could take Luke Cage. It is cool to have him back, because I like Mike Cole's Luke Cage is another one, and Kristen Ritter's Jessica Jones as well. I like that. Let's see if they can redeem Danny Rand, because I know he's coming back as well.
Hi, I'm Danny Rand.
Poor Finn.
Let's go. You don't belong here.
I'm Danny Rand. God.
Yeah, I wasn't the massive fan of Iron Fist, which I couldn't believe there was a second season on that. I completely went over my head back in the day. Safe to say, I really liked Daredevil Born Again season 2. I think I'm sort of glad the political side is done. I'm glad they didn't stretch that out to season 3, because that really would be pushing too fine a point. And yeah, I think that's I've got nothing but positives to say, bar those two cringe. Oh, the other cringy moment is, you know, I think everyone's memed it to death, which is Karen taking down the AVTF officer. It is what it is. Yes, I understand, and yes, it did take me out slightly, because at the same time, it's like, oh, come on, you can't just... Some critics online do just seem to want to go back to a world where women belonged in the kitchen. I mean, it is like that sort of mentality at the moment. I'm like, okay, I get your point, but I mean, did we not watch Alien back in the day with Sigourney Weaver? Did we not watch Silence of the Lambs with Jodie Foster? Come on, it's like women have been doing action for a very long time, very successfully. I know you want to add realism to the equation, but we did see Karen Page training all season. I don't know, they sort of made it make some sense, and I think they did CGI a gun into her hand, the gun into her hand, rather than her punching the officer out cold. I think they did CGI a gun in her hand to make it more, quote, realistic. But I've got no problem with female superheroes. I really don't. I really could do without Angela, the White Tiger, the new White Tiger. Nothing against her personally. I think she's actually seemingly a quite good actress. And I've said this, I think, in my reviews of episode 4 maybe, or 5. The character's a bit annoying. The actress seems to be a really good actress. So I think it's just what she's being asked to do in the show. I could really do without kids in my action things, especially 18 rated stuff. Beating up, you know, grown-ups. But at the same time, I'm like, well, you know, she's got a revenge story going on because her uncle was murdered, etc, etc. And by the way, what happened to Powell? Why didn't he get his comeuppance? That made no damn sense. And Cole North is doing a face turn. Season 3, they need to explore that some more, because Cole North killed... I love the fact they put the blame on Powell. Yes, he did, but Cole North followed the instruction, regardless of whether Powell was in the wrong or the real villain for lying to Cole North. Cole North still killed a man in cold blood. He's not a hero. So they need to explore that in season 2. I'm sure they will, but you know, there's sticking points for season 3 that I think I've got out of my system now. Next up is The Punisher. One Last Kill comes out this week. I'm very much looking forward to that, because I think John Bernthal is awesome. His portrayal of the Punisher is awesome as well. I don't know why people have a problem with that as well. It's crazy to me. I think people just really want to hate stuff at the moment. Anyway, I'm a fully fledged shill. Bought the t-shirt, literally. But I'm really excited for One Last Kill. And then we're on to Spider-Man, Brand New Day. We'll see. We'll see what comes of that. Anyway, this has been a fun rant from my point of view. So, yes, thank you very much for watching, listening, and subscribing if possible. That would help the channel as well. I'm going to hopefully do more videos on this channel. Thank you very much. And I'll speak to you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.